Hey guys, welcome back to the Gloria Living channel. My name is Hannah and today we are in the kitchen, but we are not cooking. We are going to be talking about what I carry for me as a woman gardener that I think are the best tools that can fit in your pocket or on your side into the garden, and honestly, just for everyday carry. I believe that the tools that a woman carry are going to be very different than the tools that a man carries. And you know, people may not like that. The fact is, my pocket is not 10 inches deep, it is 10 centimeters deep. I don't like things yanking on my pants and making them heavy. I don't have a real heavy belt to hold things up. It's totally different. My husband pretty much carries a toolbox in his pockets. He loves it. I am just not that way. So I have three things that I love to carry into the garden that I think are useful, and in general, I just think are good for tools to be carrying for a woman like all the time if she can. I won't say that I carry every single one of these things every day, but they are the things that I absolutely go to grab and that I use the most and that I think are the highest quality. Okay, so I lit this mat to kill off the glare and also be able to show you the sizes of some of these. But I'm gonna list off the three that I'm gonna show you that I carry often into the garden, and almost each one of these usually all the time around me, even if they're just taking their turns in my pocket here. This is a combination of things we're gonna use in the garden, but also honestly just great carries. You have precious real estate in your pocket as a woman and things that I think are absolutely essential and helpful as a woman to carry. Okay guys, let's start with my Civivi straight blade pocket knife. This knife is a little bit bigger than probably everything else. Well, close. It's still only about 4 inches. It fits in the pocket really nice. It fits in my hand really nice. I really just love this knife. I was so impressed with how sharp it was. Quick story with that, it was so sharp, one of the first days I was carrying it, I was reaching over in the back seat to just cut open a water bottle case to get a water bottle out. I barely touched it with the knife just to open the plastic to get in, and it split through the water bottle and water splurted all out into the car. Me and my husband just looked at each other like in shock at how absolutely sharp this knife is. It's so good, such a high quality knife. So I definitely recommend a straight blade, something that's easy to get out like that, just a one-hand open knife. But this Civivi knife is so awesome. So I'll put down the specific knife it is in the description if you want to check it out or just get an idea of what might be good and useful in the garden. Okay, this is a Leatherman MultiTool. Leatherman is a beloved company in our household. I am actually the one who got my husband to like them, and he has never turned back. So this Leatherman is not currently on the market. It is a shame because it's great. And the reason why I love this Leatherman over any other Leatherman is probably a silly reason to most Leatherman lovers, but the fact is my hands are way smaller than my husband's, and I do not like the rough metal feel of a Leatherman, except this is smaller and just smoother and softer on the hands. A Leatherman multi-tool is great. It has pliers, knives, scissors, saws, Phillips heads, flat heads, anything that you could possibly want in the garden, it seems, it has. You know, you might not need the corkscrew in the garden, but geez, maybe, I don't know, maybe after a long day in the garden or something. The point is, it's a really great tool. I have used these pliers for taking ground landscaping staples out of the ground, twisting fence. It has the wire cutters inside, so if you're just cutting zip ties or fencing, you can do that. It's a great tool. Additionally, you're gonna have your straight blade on there, which is wonderful to have. This is why I carry that other knife. I don't like pulling knives out like this, like a folding knife like this. I don't really particularly love that. I usually need a knife fast, and I'm more impatient and like a faster knife to come out. But guys, this knife is so sharp, it's so good. So this is a great knife to have on hand. If you just want to carry one thing in your pocket, you're still going to have a knife. It's not going to be one hand open, but it's still going to be really good. Another great tool that this has on here underneath our awl is a saw, which is great to have. You know, obviously if you're doing a lot of cutting work and you need a real big saw, then you're not going to want this, but this is great. I love having these little saws. It's something that I really enjoy having on this tool, and that can come in handy if you just have small saplings you're trying to get through or whatever. This is really helpful with that. Another great aspect of the Leatherman is the scissors. Guys, these scissors are beastly scissors. They're really big, they're really strong. I just absolutely love them. So the scissors are great, and that's another thing you could use for cutting. Whether you've used something to trellis up a plant that you have and you're trimming them off, or a string or whatever, or just pruning your plants, these will work great. So definitely recommend the Leatherman for that. They always have really, really wonderful scissors on their tools. As well, they have a Phillips head and also some flathead screwdrivers on here as well. There's a few different sizes. I'll just pull out the biggest one. But there you go. You can have a Phillips head, a flathead. That is really great. You think you don't need that in the garden, but if you're changing out something like a hose end, which I did recently, and I used this tool, I needed multiple aspects of this tool to do that. And it came in handy. And so, you know, or whatever you're doing, even if you're just out in a shed and, you know, the handle's coming off, it's just nice to be able to have all these things with you in such a small and precise little tool. It's only 3 inches big, guys. It's awesome. It's really, truly, I think, one of the best things Leatherman has ever made, because it's, for me, the best tool that I could possibly carry by them. So I love this Leatherman. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful gardening tool, but I think it's just great for any application in life. But for me, it's mostly brought out to the garden and work like that. It's not something that I necessarily feel like I need to carry every day, but when I'm going to the garden, it's definitely a tool I want to have. This might seem like an odd gardening tool or just a tool for a woman to carry every day, but I think everybody needs a solid flashlight. This is a Streamlight flashlight, and guys, this is the next thing that I carry very often and is one of my newer and most beloved tools that I always like to have with me. You might not consider a flashlight a tool, but you definitely will as soon as you're in the dark and you can't see a dang thing. If you're like me, sometimes the day is going to get away from you and you're going to be working in the dark and you have projects that you have to get done and it's a little too dark. We don't have great lighting outside of our house where we rent, and this has been a game changer. I recently had to pot 20 blueberry plants in the dark because they came in the mail. Our day was crazy and I had to get them done before the next day. So I was in the dark planting tons of blueberry plants and moving tons of dirt. And there's just going to be times where you are in the garden or you're outside doing that and you're going to need something. This is wonderful. This has like a 2-way pocket clip, so you can clip it on in 2 different directions. That makes it great for carrying, but also you can put it on top of your hat if you wear like a brimmed hat, and it can help you see what you're doing. There have been multiple times in the past few months that I've been working in the dark, and this has come in a ton of handy. It is like truly maybe the brightest flashlight I've ever shown in my entire life. It is amazing. Additional to being just functional in the garden and in life, guys, this is also a great self-defense thing. This is a great non-lethal self-defense, and you know, it's important, I think, for everybody, but especially as a woman, this makes me feel better to have something that is non-lethal but is going to stun somebody. It is blinding. It can't even express it over the camera. It is so, so bright. Guys, this is an awesome, awesome flashlight, and I would recommend it to anybody. Besides it just being fun, it's functional and useful in different applications. I love carrying this flashlight. It also has different settings for strobes and dimness and things like that. But either way, a high-powered quality flashlight that's easy to carry around and very small, very compact with a really packs a punch. So I think this is a good, simple intro to things to carry into the garden, and honestly, my top 3 favorite knives and tools that I have. I have more, but these are my favorite. As many as I have that I like and enjoy and think are cool, I think these are the best. So guys, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends and family. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help us in creating this content for you. And if you're not getting notified of our videos, make sure you hit the bell, because that gives you a notification that a new video has come out that we've put out for you guys. And that way you can never miss a video that we put out. Thank you guys again, and until next time, we'll see you soon.